Welcome back to Robot Rebellion 2023. We're at the halfway stage of our heats. This competition has already been brutal. Some big names, including the #1 overall seed, out of the competition. Last episode saw another seed fall as Fang went 0-3 in competition, defeated by Icebreaker, Cosmos and Mini Spinny Mark III. It was Cosmos, the underdogs, to go into the Rumbles later in the series, but Icebreaker, a force to be reckoned with. They go through. Who will join them and how will they get there? Here's a reminder of the rules. Each heat is broken down like this. 4 robots enter into a mini-league, all one-on-one battles where they fight each other once. The winner at the end of the night goes through to the round of 16, with second place going through to the play-ins nearer the end of the series. If at the end of the heat there is a tie, there will be a rumble to decide who goes through to the next round. The combatants for Heat F are the #8 seeds Wheelie Big Lad, Bop, Toucan and Yomi. 4 brand new robots entering the arena for the very first time. Looking forward to seeing all 4 in action here tonight. Here's how they stand on the leaderboard. Nil, point. We will see those scores up and down all night long. Up first is our first battle, and it's between our #8 seeds Wheelie Big Lad and our next international competitor in Yomi. First of all, Alex Shakespeare, a veteran roboteer, won through with his robot Boring Bot last year to get a #8 seeding. He brings a brand new weapon here in a Thwackbot with a spinner on. We'll see how well it does against the tried and tested horizontal spinner. Looking forward to this one. Could be some big hits. Loaded into the box at the moment, we have Yomi in the red square taking on Wheelie Big Lad, one of the weirdest looking robots you will see. It's what we call a Thwackbot, but it has a spinning weapon on it as well. It's going to do some mega damage, I hope. We have already seen one horizontal take out a big wheeled robot. Will we see another?
I hope so. I want to see those wheels go flying.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Here we go then, up to speed is Wheelie Big Lad. Struggling to be up to speed is Yomi, but controlling the battle so far, Wheelie Big Lad.
Yes, Wheelie Big Lad managed to get a good few hits in there, but Yomi has now got its spinner up to speed.
But he has lost the wheel.
One wheel seems to have gone, oh!
Huge hit there. And the belt has been severed or detached or something, but that spinner on Yomi is not going to spin anymore.
And that is a huge problem for Yomi, because that means now they're going to have to rely solely on driving, and they seem to have some driving issues out there as well. Wheelie Big Lad doing a good job here, avoiding that weapon early on and bringing in the hits when it's necessary, although to be fair, has missed quite a few of them as well. Very hard designed to control these big wheeled machines, actually.
Yeah, definitely, especially for a Thwackbot where you're having to line up a robot that is in front of you presently, but may not be when you swing the arm over.
You might think that's a bit of a daft design to use, but who cares? It's fun. Anyway, Wheelie Big Lad nearly throwing itself out the arena there. That would have been awful. Oh, and nearly throwing itself in the pit, but managing to stay clear of the gaping hole of doom and gloom and trying to bring in that sword, doing some damage, I think. Oh, is it all close to the pit again, Jevon?
Yeah, very close to the pit there, but Alex Shakespeare, a veteran driver, very good at driving these robots. He is a seed as well. He's qualified with a different robot, brought this one that is just so fun and different to everything else in the field.
I'll tell you this, at this rate, Dave West is going to bill him for the arena floor damage that's being done. He's hit the floor more times than
Big hit there to the top of Yomi once again. You can see the damage now starting to add up. That top plate does not look flat any longer.
Definitely looking shredded as well. There's definitely some mean slices in there. Look at that. It's been absolutely shredded. Oh!
You can hear it just scraping away. Big hit there once again. Sparks fly as the metal-to-metal contact as they go weapon to weapon.
Oh!
But it's over!
Yomi out of nowhere managed to bounce them out the arena. And Yomi gets the win and the points.
The big wheels giveth and the big wheels taketh away. A win there for Yomi. Very unfortunate for Wheelie Big Lad.
He had it. You had it, Shaky.
It's mild and severe pain. that feels fun.
That was quite an exuberant fight, to be honest. That was...
Yeah, I was learning how to drive the robot as I went. It's tricky, but it worked and it stayed working throughout. Just a bit of an unlucky little hit at the end there.
I mean, you came away with a bit of a breakdown here.
Yeah, I've lost a couple of the
Okay,
socks
I did
and a little
something
bit
to
of
you at
damage
least.
there. But overall, and the tooth is quite badly damaged on the
Oh yeah,
weapon.
there was a bite taken out of it
Yeah,
as well.
but I hit just about everything, including the arena. So.
So, how do you fight a robot like this? Because the forces in that spinner must be catastrophic against the size of the wheels. I mean, it's a very similar sort of design to the huge that we've seen, Stratus, big wheels, big spinner. Does that come into like the strategy? How does that affect how you drive, how you attack? Or do you just make it up as you go?
Like I said, I don't really know how the robot works. It's the first time I've ever fought with something like this, so I'll let you know when I figure that one out.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it do its thing again.
Yeah.
Might need to put some socks back on.
Yeah.
Is this repairable?
I mean, I have spares of that piece and the pulley,
Yeah.
so I can just swap these in and we'll be fine. As far as I know, electronically everything's still alive. Obviously the spinner died because the belt came off, but I think the motor's still good. So it could have gone a lot worse, honestly. I was hoping this would like be enough that he wouldn't punch through and kill my electronics, which they didn't. So good. I think I think one of the wheels was doing a funny at some point. I might need to go double check that, but. I can fix this because again I have just a spare of this, so I can just swap that in. Spare of the pulley, can just swap it in. So Ash can be back.
Fit and ready.
Yeah, I mean that was the scariest fight of my group by a decent shot, and it's over. So,
It's about the same here. That was also my scary fight in the group. So
You're glad it's over and done with?
yeah, I wouldn't like to take the win, but I'm okay with the robot still being in one piece at the end.
Very good. Very impressive. We'll see you again. Fighting soon.
Really Big Lad popped out to get some milk and did not come back. Up next in the arena, Bop Craig Croucher brought us some wonderful robots over the years, including his most famous Snappy. Now brings this cute hammer robot. He is up against a fearsome paint job or a fearsome artistic scheme in Toucan. Martin Christopher, a brand new builder, brings this grabber lifter design, but he comes in as a complete rookie. How will he fare against the veteran?
Loaded into the box right now are two of the best looking robots here in my personal opinion. We have Toucan, which is a grab and lift robot. First time builder, this thing looks amazing.
I know, it's actually incredible that it's his first one. Like, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this has got to be some experienced robot here that I haven't heard of before. But no, first build, it's made me very jealous. I can't even make toast.
Now,
And
if you
this
want
guy's
to
making
talk
this.
experienced roboteers, look no further than Craig Croucher here with Bop.
Yes.
It's a hammer robot. It has a big pill-shaped hammer on the end. It's the big pink hitty thing. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it in action.
Yeah, so am I. Craig has got a lot of experience, as you said, competed in many tournaments with his former Beetleweight Snappy, even made a few finals in his time as well. And as you can see, he's a very excitable chap. And now we have our resident referee expert, Tim, in Robot Wars legend, the superior ref.
Roboteers, stand
Tim's an
by.
expert in the hammer.
He's an expert in shouting at people to
3,
stop doing things.
2, 1. Begin.
Here we go then. No spinners to speak of here, but two awesome looking robots with awesome weapons showing that you don't need a spinner to make a good fight.
Yeah, this should be an absolutely fantastic fight. Both guys, well, Craig's an excellent driver. Not too sure about Toucan's driver, but because it is his first tournament, but best of luck to him.
He seems to be doing well so far. Several engages where he's got underneath Bop here.
Definitely so, although hasn't managed to get a full suplex lift in just yet.
No,
but
Bop is a slippery character, I've heard.
Definitely so. Also, trying to, oh, very good work there, though, by Toucan to get Bop upside down. Now, can Bop right itself? I don't think it
The
can.
pit is available.
The
If
pit
you were
is
to go
available.
for it, it would make an excellent moment for TV.
Feel free. Or just miss it.
We all salute Craig as his ship goes down.
Going down.
Goodbye, Bop.
Hey!
The winner there is Toucan, who also lost the wheel at the end under no duress.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a wheel and a half. Very impressive display there from a newcomer, though, taking out a seasoned veteran, might we add. That's actually quite a big surprise, so well done.
You just fought Bob. You'll edit that out.
An experience.
An experience against Craig Croucher, who has been around the block a few times.
He has. It's my first ever Beatles, first ever fight.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
1-0. So I think I'm just going to stop here and go in. Is that all right?
That's fine by me, yeah.
But no, the
Good interview, well done.
Bot did what I wanted it to. The ground clearance was fine.
Yeah.
Picked him up a few times. Weird geometry, so I couldn't flip him over.
It's based on beta, isn't it? Very.
No. Oh, his is, yeah.
His is, yeah. So,
yeah. Whereas this is more of a Claw Viper style, bit of speed, that kind of thing. But it behaved. It was great.
Good.
I was in super tense.
Well, I've kind of been in your position before, where you're fighting against people who you kind of look up to, like, and the nerves and the adrenaline just. But once the fight starts, you kind of get in the zone, and it's a very unique experience, I think, fighting robots.
Absolutely.
And
the amount of energy that you goes into making it for like 2 minutes in that
exactly
is crazy.
And it flies by so quickly, and then you come out with a win, and then you ride high.
Yeah.
2 fights down, and here is how the leaderboard looks. Toucan and Yomi finished top of the table, each on 1 point apiece. Really Big Lad finished his out of the arena and on 0. Bop down the pit and also on 0. They're going to be hoping for some wins along the way to get a chance at the round of 16. Toucan and Yomi off to a sterling start. They're going to want to keep that momentum going. Really Big Lad re-enters the arena, having now returned with their milk from the shops. I'm assuming that they managed to get some. Monster trucking is their weakness. We saw it in their first fight, driving up and over the arena wall. Out of the fight, Bop, cuteness, both a strength and a weakness for them. Perhaps that's what let them down in fight 1. We will have to wait and see. These are 2 brand new robots entering the arena, as I said at the top of the show.
Being loaded into the arena next, we have Bop. That was loud. We have Bop. And this is a hammer robot. Unfortunately, has come off of 1 loss. They ended up upside down on the pit, and the pit went down. But they have got a new attachment that looks a lot like the head of Kilohertz. I can't lie, the old Robot Wars veteran.
Never heard of it.
They are going up against the big wheels that are Wheelie Big Lad.
Yes, the number 8 seed for the tournament, Wheelie Big Lad. 2 very, very experienced Roboteers here fighting out with 2 new machines of theirs. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one works. I don't like Bop's chances of managing to get many hits in on Wheelie Big Lad, to be honest, because it's such an awkward shape to hit. And I think if that spinner is placing hits in the right places, it could do some serious damage to that top armor of Bop. But time will definitely tell.
What's in the oven,
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Here we go then, Wheelie Big Lad up to speed. Hopefully this time they won't drive themselves out of the arena, bringing down that thwacking arm onto Bop's lid, missing there. A good hit on the side though, and Bop trying to get a hold, but doesn't quite manage it on that occasion.
I think they were trying to almost get that axe head underneath them and try and lift them a little bit.
Big hit.
Good tactic there though.
And Bop seems to be not on anymore.
You can see what they were trying to do there. They were trying to get them towards the side wall and get them in the outer zone.
Yeah, it came very close to going out of the arena again there, Wheelie Big Lad, but Bop's link is out, and therefore the win goes to Wheelie Big Lad.
Well, that was an interesting fight. Craig, what happened?
Well, it kind of went better than expected, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting it to be written off, but in the end it just, a certain hit managed to pull the link. So
That was a one-shot KO, really, wasn't it?
yeah. But hopefully it'll be fine for later on, so happy days.
So mechanically still...
Hopefully. I mean, it's a little bit bend. You've managed to put a nice bend in this tie.
I've ruined another disc-tooth of little.
Do you want to show that to the camera? Is it a bend?
It's a little bit unshaped. It's a little bit wibbly. But, you know, it's all right. I've got a spare if I need it. I might just run it like that because it's kind of cool.
Is that a drill bit?
Yeah.
Interesting. Still unpredictable.
Still unpredictable. I was a bit more, like, I learned a bit more about how to fight it, so I was doing better at the driving. Just, yeah, like, again, looked at the end where it's up on the wall, and I'm just, do not touch the transmitter. Just, yeah, do not want to dip into the Utah again.
I think you got a very good hit. You were in the right place at the right time.
It looks like a pretty lucky hit, if I'm honest. I'll take it.
I'll take it. A win is a win. Sorry, Craig. That was quite entertaining actually to see you bounce around the room.
I was happy to fight Craig. And
I'm glad we came out pretty unscathed.
Yeah, as far as damage goes, that's like the minimum.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Just charge the batteries back into the next fight.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Well, you've got one more fight left, haven't you?
Yeah.
I know, that was entertaining. It's good to see you guys fight anyway, so.
It's been a while.
I was actually a little nervous because sort of troubles with the Utah in the first fight. I was like, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again.
Well, fingers crossed both of you going to the next one.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks very much. I'll see you later.
Take care.
Well, we've seen how the veterans do. Now for some rookies. Toucan returns to the arena, coming off of their first win in combat. Grabber lifter design did well for them in their first fight. They're going to want to try and replicate in their second. They did lose some wheels unexpectedly. Yomi managed to lose their weapon unexpectedly. Not fully, but it was not spinning by the end of their fight. They're going to hope to have fixed some reliability issues.
Being loaded into the arena next, we have Yomi, the horizontal spinner, built by Mystic, our French competitor. Zut alors. He's going up against Toucan. Now, both of these robots won their first matches, both in very different ways.
Yes.
I think it's needless to say that Toucan won its fight, Yomi survived.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah, Toucan managed to flip Bop over, couldn't right itself. They pressed the pit button, down it went. Yomi was up against Wheelie Big Lad, was getting its, lack of a better phrase, his head kicked in, and then Wheelie Big Lad threw itself out the arena.
He just decided to go for a little wander, I think. He just decided, nah, not in here.
Went off to Narnia for a holiday.
Yeah. But Toucan is back in the box, and it looks really nice. They've ditched the wide wheelbase at the back, though.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Here we go then, the horizontal back up to speed, but slowing down almost instantly.
Yomi, I think they drove into the side wall there, damaged their spinner, I think they were in trouble, and now we can see the brilliance of Toucan's grabber lifter. It is what they call a suplex machine, I guess you could say, but at the moment just picking up Yomi and driving it around the arena and controlling it.
And Yomi seems to be stuck and has also pinned Toucan in place. There we go, the belt has gone from Yomi, and I think so has the rest of the stuff. I think Yomi's kind of had it, actually.
Toucan, though, looking very impressive here as a newcomer. First build from this Roboteer. Very impressive win. 2-0 now in this tournament. I think we could potentially see them in the bracket, Jevon.
Yeah, I think so. 2-0 is a very good place to be at this stage of the competition with only one fight left. Surely it's a foot in the door.
Definitely so. That's another win for Toucan, and a very impressive one at that.
After fights 3 and 4, here is how the leaderboard looks. Toucan tops the table, really putting it to the veterans and saying, I don't need that experience. I've got a Toucan. Yomi and Wheelie Big Lad, both at 1 point apiece. Bop yet to score, but that may well all change. Wheelie Big Lad enters the arena once again next, and they take on Toucan. Toucan hoping for the clean sweep. Wheelie Big Lad hoping to keep that number 8 seed alive. It's not the first time we've seen a seed fall out of the competition. In fact, this would be the 3rd week in a row if Wheelie Big Lad does not win this fight. It's all or nothing time. Toucan, meanwhile, need only get through this fight, and they have a chance at the round of 16, or at the very least, making it through to the play-ins.
We have Wheelie Big Lad taking on Toucan. We're going to start with Toucan. This thing has been super impressive all day.
Yeah, it's the guy's first build, which is impressive in itself. It looks absolutely fantastic. But the fact that it's gone 2-0 in its debut tournament, taking out legends along the way, I mean, no one expected that.
Yeah, absolutely right. Meanwhile, Wheelie Big Lad, 1-1 at the moment, having driven out of the arena on one of his fights. Decided it wasn't worth it, I think. We are ready to go for our next one, and it's a quick start for Toucan, who's got that weapon raised to try and prevent and control the weaponry and in fact the whole robot on Wheelie Big Lad. They've got a good grapple there.
Yeah, that's a fantastic grapple. Almost getting a hold of the wheel there. They're looking to add another legend to their list of victories in this weekend. Toucan, if they can take out the number 8 C's here, that would be a heck of a feather to have in their cap.
Yeah, absolutely right. You can see there, they're pushing him against the sidewall. The pit button is now active and has been pressed.
And that's a brilliant position there for Toucan, because they are designed basically to control robots like
unless he drives in the pit.
But they're driven in instead.
Well, there seems to be the inexperience of the rookie, I think. Toucan technically is in the hole in the floor.
Yeah, I think just a little bit too eager to try and get them down there. A little bit more time was needed just to process the drive there towards the pit. But hey, we all learn these things the hard way, I'm afraid.
We do indeed, but it's still a decent 2-1 record for Toucan.
Yep,
2-1 competition.
And that's also a 2-1 record for Wheelie Big Lad as well.
It was going great for about the first minute and a half, and then I drove straight into the pit. Struggling with grip on my tyres. They're fine at the start, and then I don't know what I've done to them, but there's just no grip on them whatsoever.
You definitely had control, and with the arm raised, it was hard, really hard to position the weapon on it.
That's what I was hoping. They just basically push you around, stay on top of it, and try and win the decision. But then I fell in the arena, fell in the pit. I'm pretty sure we didn't touch the button, you know. They get a bit keen with the pit button.
A bit of a controversy.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think I might have been pressed into it, but I've sort of covered the whole arena at some point in the fight.
So what sort of damage did we come away with? What's the down low? There's a few bites on the front forks.
Yeah, that and a couple of dents out the top, a couple of dents out the wedge at the front. It's all, but the insides are all fine.
Mechanically still sound.
Yeah.
Alex, same question. Anything to worry about?
I mean, it didn't really take any damage. I put 2 ground stops on the back just because when I'm fighting control bot, if he tilts the robot up on the sides, it's not going to touch a disc to the floor. So I just wanted to be a bit extra predictable. Did make it harder to hit, but kind of compromises.
Hard luck on that, because you've had a pretty good run. Well, both of you have had a pretty good run so far. And
how does this work now? Because we're both at 2-1.
I think because we're both at 2-1, but in our fight would be the tiebreaker then.
Right,
so
you would go through.
But I think you
I'll go into the melee, I'll go into the rumble or whatever it is.
I think you're still in.
Yeah.
So
2-1 is a good place to be.
It is a good position. For a first-time competitor, I was saying to Alex, you've done pretty well to have come away with 2 wins, and it's just a shame that damn pit.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what it's there for, right? It's the great equaliser.
It's a lovely robot. I do like it.
We're going to need to sort this out.
Yeah.
Glue them back on, right? But we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Well, that experience came in necessary, as it turns out. Bop is returning to the arena in our final fight tonight. They are taking on Yomi. They are looking for a win. Anything but a win would be disappointing for this very grumpy looking hammer robot. Yomi, meanwhile, their reliability still a little bit suspect after their absolute shredding earlier on from Wheelie Big Lad. Hopefully they're going to have fixed it up, ready to fight the big wedge. Can they do it? Let's find out.
Entering into the box, we have Bop, the hammer robot. It's had a bit of a tough day today. It's 0-2, but it's still a smashing-looking robot and has a lot of potential behind it, especially, I think, in this fight against their competitor, Yomi, the horizontal spinner that's 1-1 presently. That win kind of came out of nowhere. It wasn't doing too well in the fight. It had been sort of beaten to death by Wheelie Big Lad, but then Wheelie Big Lad went for a trip out of the arena, so...
Yeah, I think Shaky forgot his sat-nav for that fight.
Robot ears, stand
went
by.
the wrong way. But Yomi are definitely going to want to get a win here, because they're currently, like you said, 1-1.
2, 1, begin.
Yomi getting up to speed, but Craig in there straight away with the wedge.
That was a good box wedge there by Bop, pinning them in now. But I'm not too sure that hammer's working. They could be without a weapon, but the weapon belt on Yomi has gone as well.
So we've got Pusher versus, well, Pusher, I guess. Two weaponless robots will now try and defeat each other, and you have to give the advantage to the wedge of Bop.
Yeah, definitely so. 4 wheels, better control machine, surely. And with the wedge, they should be able to guide Yomi towards the pit where they need them to go.
Down.
Looks like one of the back wheels of Bop is a little bit cattywampus, but he's making the most of it still. Needs to get the right angle here on Yomi.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, Craig is a very experienced driver and roboteer, so he definitely knows what he's doing out there. But don't count out Yomi just yet. We saw earlier that they were struggling in a fight, and they still managed to come out the victors against their opponent, so anything can still happen. Nothing is a foregone conclusion in robot combat.
Absolutely right, though. I'm not sure Bop is going to take a stroll out of the arena here.
No.
Maybe he'll take a stroll into the pit, though. Who knows?
Maybe so. It's definitely struggling with grip and traction out there as well.
Yomi struggling to drive, it looks like, but doing well to drive around the tight corner of the pit. Now going to try and reverse round it. Bop going to drive around and catch them. Nope, he's going to dive. He's going to take a dive, and that's going to be that. Bop gets his first win.
Took one for the team there, I think.
Maybe he saw something. Like a expensive Beyblade, or I don't know. That's a collectible. Dive.
What he found a Mewtwo shiny.
No way. I'll fight for it.
Yeah, you find some really weird things in Robot Combat Arena pits, don't you?
You do, yeah.
How was that? That was an interesting result.
Something, certainly.
Yeah, I don't think it went as intended for either of us, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I the grub screw in the thingy, the thingy down there.
The bopper.
Yeah, it's come loose. I should have Loctited it, but I'm an idiot. So this new robot things, I've never had a robot with belts. So it's fine.
You live and you learn, don't you?
You live and you learn.
So both of you lost your weapons during that.
Yes.
And became a bit of a pushing match. Who has the better grip then out of the two of you?
Him, and he's not even close.
Is it 4-wheel drive?
Yeah. So I've got the 422 mils. Although you did definitely kind of gum up some of these wheels. Like I'm going to need to replace some of those.
Just as we came up, there's that. There's a bite there.
I also got another one there.
On the wedge as well.
Big old chunk there.
Oh, okay.
This wheel's kind of sad inside. And a big chunk out of the wedge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like fair play, like that it's going through stuff.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. I just need to figure out how you make belts not suck.
Just go. No, I know the feeling.
Yeah, you know what's funny, right? At first I did not even want to use these. Like I wanted to find another way that isn't belts. The problem is the only other option for a design like this is to make a hub motor, which is to have the motor inside the spinner.
Yeah.
Which
that's like effort.
You need effort and skill. Both of these things I'm not good at.
Don't have. So my honesty.
Maybe I should just put several of them, like as redundancy. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out.
Well, what does all of that mean for the final leaderboard tonight? Really Big Lad on countback beats Toucan and therefore wins the heat. The number 8 seed is still alive in the competition. Toucan will have to go through the play-ins if they have a chance at the round of 16. Unfortunately, Bop and Yomi, 1 point apiece there. No shame, but they are out of the competition. We look forward to seeing them again at some point in the future, and we look forward to seeing you next time for more Robot Rebellion action. Until then, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, do subscribe to the channel, and we shall see you again next time. Until then, I've been your host, Jevon Woodrow. Goodbye.